नमस्कार बच्चों, welcome to the virtual class. Students, in the last episode we have seen about the calculation of national income through income method, and today we will be learning the calculation of national income by expenditure method. So through this method, when we calculate the national income, we will calculate the expenditures made on the final goods and services in the economy or in the economy during a accounting year. So this method is also called as the consumption and investment method, or it can be said to be the income disposal method. So according to this method, national income is measured in terms of the expenditure on the purchase of final goods and services produced in the economy during an accounting year. Since the final expenditure comprises the value of consumption and investment, that is why, as I told you, that this method is also being called as the consumption and investment method, or it may be said to be the income disposal method. As I told you that when we are studying about all the three phases of economic activity in the economy, in the two sectoral economy, what I told you that the income which is being earned by the household sector, they are being completely spent on purchase of goods and services. So here the income which is being earned, they are being completely spent on the purchase of final goods and services in the economy. The disposable, that is the income disposable. So this method is also being called as the income disposable method, where we will estimate the complete expenditure made on the final goods produced in the economy, that is within the domestic territory of a country, by the normal resident or by the non-resident. And one more thing we need to keep in mind here, by this method, when we are calculating the national income through this method, the base value, the value of domestic income which we use to derive from this method is called as GDP, or the GDP at market price. So students, one more thing you need to keep in mind while calculating the national income through expenditure method. So students, the value which we derive from the estimation of expenditure on the final goods and services, it will be equal to the market value of final goods and services. So in the product method, what we have studied, that it is the sum total of final value of goods and services produced in the economy during an accounting year, that is the GDP at market price. And here also the same thing, that means what, the income which is being earned, they are being spent on the purchase of goods and services, that is the expenditure. So by this way, what we can say that the market value of GDP will be exactly equal to the expenditure values on the purchase of final goods and services. So accordingly, here also when we calculate the national income or the domestic income through the expenditure method, the value, the base value which we derive from this method will be equal to GDP at market price, as we have studied in the product method. So in that method also, when we are getting the final value of goods and services produced in the economy by the normal resident and the non-resident within the domestic territory, it gives the value of GDP at market price. And here what we can see, that the value of final goods and services which is being produced and the income earned by these factors of production, they are being spent on same final goods and services which are being again purchased by the factors of production in the economy, purchased by the household sectors in the economy. That means what, the value additions on the final goods and services will be equal to the expenditure done on the final goods and services in the economy. So we get the value of GDP at market price by the expenditure method, as it is measured in terms of expenditure on the purchase of final goods and services produced in the economy during an accounting year, that is within the domestic territory by the normal resident and the non-resident. It is the market value of goods and services produced, that is the GDP at market price. So the value of expenditure method is also called as GDP at market price. So students, now we will see what are the components are there in the final expenditure. So here we will see the classification of final expenditure. As I told you, we will add all the expenditures made in the economy on the purchase of final goods and services. So one by one we will see what are the bifurcations are done on the classification of final expenditure. The first thing is what, that is the private final consumption expenditure, that is called as the value of C. Next one, that is the government final consumption expenditure, and it gives the value of G. G stands for government. And third one, that is the investment expenditure, that is the value of I. And along with these three, we have one more expenditure. We have to add the expenditure made on the export and import, that is the value of net export. So it can be found with the help of X minus M. So by adding all these four components together, we get the value of final expenditure. So students, the value, the GDP at market price will be equal to C plus G plus I plus X minus M. So by this way, we can get the value of national income or the domestic income through expenditure method, where the value of GDP at market price will be equal to C plus G plus I plus X minus M. And one more thing I want to remind you that this is the component of AD, that is aggregate demand in the open economy, where we have studied that the value of AD is equal to C plus G plus I plus X minus M. The same concept we are using here, where we can see that the value of final expenditure or the value of national income can be calculated through expenditure method by getting the value of C plus G plus I plus X minus M. So that is, when we want to find out the national income through expenditure method, the formula is GDP at market price is equal to C, that is private final consumption expenditure, plus G, government final expenditure, plus investment expenditure, that is value of I, plus net export, that is X minus M. By adding all the four components together, we get the value of GDP at market price. Now we will study about the classification of these expenditures one by one. So in the beginning, what we have seen that is the value of C, private final consumption expenditure. So the private final consumption expenditure comprises of the consumer services on the non-durable goods like the butter, milk, vegetables, all the goods which are being utilized for a short period of time, that expenses done on these kind of goods will be counted in the private final consumption expenditure. And not only the non-durable goods, the consumer's consumption on the durable goods like furnitures, almirahs, washing machines, all the other electronic items which are being used in our household for a long period of time. So that durable goods can also be counted in the final consumption expenditure, that is private final consumption expenditure. So all together we can add all these consumer services and the consumption on the durable and non-durable goods in the private final consumption expenditure value. Then we have the government final consumption expenditure, that is value of G. The government final consumption expenditure refers to the expenditure on the final goods and services made by the government. That is like the expenditure made by the government on purchase of the consumption by the defense personnel, the goods purchased on the developmental activities in the economy, they will be counted as the government final consumption expenditure or the value of G. And third one, we have the investment expenditure. So what do you mean by investment expenditure? So it is the expenditure made on the purchase of final goods and services by the producers. Why? Because these goods are being further utilized in the production process to make some other commodities. So here what the producer used to do, by the purchase of these goods, they transform these goods into some other forms and they are being utilized in the process of production. So whatever the expenditure done by the producers on the purchase of final goods, they will be counted as the investment expenditure. And students, here the investment expenditure can be further classified into two, fixed investment and the inventory investment. So what do you mean by fixed investment? Fixed investments refers to the expenditures made by the producers on the purchase of fixed assets. So fixed assets like the plants, machineries, the equipments purchased by the producers in the production process. And when we further classify the fixed investments, it can be classified as the business fixed investments, fixed investment made by the households in the construction of houses, and the other public fixed investments or the fixed investments by the government. So here, when we take the value of all the fixed investments made by these three components, that is the business firms, household and the government, we get the total value of fixed investment. That can also be called as what? The gross fixed capital formation. And along with this, when we add the inventory investment or the change in stock, we get the value of investment expenditure or the gross capital formation. The investment expenditure can also be called as the gross capital formation. So the gross capital formation can be further classified into gross fixed capital formation plus change in stock or inventory investment. So here the value of inventory investment refers to the change in the stock during the year. That is the difference between the value of opening stock and the closing stock. So we have studied about the change in stock in the earlier episode, that is change in stock, that is delta stock is equal to closing stock minus opening stock. So here when we add the fixed investment with the change in investment, we get the value of investment expenditure. As I told you one more thing, that the investment expenditure can also be said to be the capital formation or the gross capital formation. So how we will get the gross capital formation value? The gross capital formation will be equal to the gross fixed capital formation plus change in stock or inventory stock or inventory investment. So by adding these together, we get the value of investment expenditure, that is the value of I. Now we will see about the net export. So the net export refers to the difference between the export and the import during an accounting year. So here why we are including the value of export and import in the calculation of national income through expenditure method, because exports are the expenditure by the foreigners on the domestically produced goods and services, while the imports are the expenditure on the goods and services produced abroad. So that is why while expenditures on domestically produced goods and services are added to the total expenditure in the economy during the accounting year, and the expenditure on import is deducted with a view to finding the market value of domestically produced goods and services in the economy during an accounting year. By this way, when we are calculating the national income through expenditure method, we need to include the value of net export, that is the export minus import. So finally, we get the value, that is the sum total expenditure on the domestically produced goods and services during an accounting year, that is being called as the GDP at market price. Okay students, look at the flow chart here, how we can find out the value of GDP at market price with the expenditure method. Here the private final consumption expenditure should be added with the government final consumption expenditure, that is value of C plus G. Then we have to add the value of I, that is gross domestic fixed investment. It is comprised of three components, that is the business fixed investment, government fixed investment, and the investments on the residential construction by the households. And when we are having the fixed investment value, we need to add the value of change in investment or the inventory investment, that we get from the value of delta stock is equal to closing stock minus opening stock. And at last we have to add the value of net export, that is X minus M. So by this way we get the value of gross domestic product at market price. Now we will see how we will convert this value into the national income. That is the GDP at market price is to be converted into the net national income at factor cost, that is NNP at factor cost. Once again I want to recall all the concepts of depreciation, net indirect tax, and the net factor income from abroad. So we have studied in the conversion formula where the gross value can be converted into net value by subtracting the value of depreciation. So in the beginning what we will do with the value of GDP at market price, we will subtract the value of depreciation. Then we get the value of net, that is NDP at market price. So here we need to convert the value of market price into factor cost. How we can convert? We can very easily convert the value of market price into factor cost by subtracting the value of net indirect taxes, that is indirect tax minus subsidy. So by subtracting the value of net indirect taxes, again we get the value of NDP at factor cost, and at last the value of NDP at factor cost is need to be converted into NNP, that is the domestic income need to be converted into the national income. How it can be done? It can be done by adding the value of net factor income from abroad, that is NFIA. So at last we get the value of NNP at factor cost. So students, one more thing I want to recall you that here we are adding the value of net factor income from abroad to convert the value of domestic income to the national income. But one more thing you have to keep in mind, whenever we are getting the items like net factor income to abroad, in the questions at that time, what in place of adding the NFIA, that is the net factor income from abroad, when we are given the value of NFTA, that is net factor income to abroad, that time that value should be subtracted. So by this way we can very easily get the value of national income, that is NNP at factor cost. Now students, we will see some precautions. As we have seen in the earlier methods, what are the precautions should be taken during the calculation of national income through various methods, through income method and the product method. Same way we have to take some precautions regarding the calculation of national income by expenditure method. Look at the first one. Only the final expenditure is to taken into account to avoid the error of double counting. So here we will not include any kind of intermediate expenses in the expenditure method. So the expenditure in the intermediate goods and services must be avoided. Second, the expenditure on second-hand goods is not to be included. Why? Because the value of second-hand goods are being already taken in the year during the year of their production. So that's why we will not include the expenditure value on the second-hand goods. Thirdly, we have the expenditure on shares and debentures. It should not be included in the total expenditure, as there is merely a paper claims and they are not related with the production of final goods and services. So such expenditures do not cause any kind of value addition in the economy. So we will not include the value on the expenditures made on the shares and bonds. Then we have the expenditures on transfer payments by the government. And again, we will not include these expenditures made by the government on transfer payments in the calculation of national income, because the transfer payments do not cause any value addition in the economy, like the old age pensions, scholarships. These will not produce any kind of value addition in the economy. Then at last we have the imputed value, that is the estimated value on the expenditure of goods produced on the self-consumption. So that the expenditures made on the self-production or the self-consumption should be taken into account, as these goods are reflected in the estimation of GDP. Also, the imputed rent on the owner-occupied house should be taken into account. So these expenditure will be accounted in the calculation of national income through expenditure method. So these are some basic precautions which we need to take during the calculation of national income through the expenditure method. So students, after seeing these concepts, we will start doing some numericals regarding the estimation of national income through expenditure method. Look at the questions carefully.
From this question, we need to calculate the value of gross domestic product at market price and the national income, that is value of NNP at factor cost. So first we will see what are the items are given here. So here the value of gross investment is given here, and after that the net exports, net indirect taxes, depreciation, net factor income from abroad, and private consumption expenditure, and the value of government purchases of goods and services. So from the given items in this question, we need to find two values, that is gross domestic product at market price, the value of GDP at market price, and the value of national income, that is NNP at factor cost. So let's do the solution. So how we can find the value of GDP? So GDP, that can be found from the expenditure method, where GDP is equal to the value of C plus G plus I plus X minus M, that is the net export. So when we add all these items together, we get the value of GDP at market price from the expenditure method. So in this question, we will find the value of GDP. So look at the items given. The items are, first we have the value of C, that is private consumption expenditure. So then we have the value of government purchases of goods and services, that is government purchases of goods and services plus, and in the investment we have the value of gross investment plus, and at last in the net export, the net export value is given, so we will add the value of next exports in this solution. So altogether when we add the values, the first value is private final consumption expenditure, that is equal to 350 crore. The rupees are given in crore value. Then we have the value of government purchase of goods and services, that is equal to 100 crore. Then again we have the value of the gross investment, that is equal to 90 crore, and at last the value of net exports are given as 10 crore. So when we make the summation of all these items together, we get the value of 550 crore as the value for the GDP at market price. And after finding the value of GDP at market price, the next thing is what? We need to find the value of national income. So the national income, it can be said to be the value of NNP at factor cost. So how we can find the value of NNP at factor cost? We know that we can get the value of NNP at factor cost by, that is the GDP at market price. From GDP at market price we will subtract the value of depreciation, so that the value of gross can be converted into net value. Then we will subtract the value of NIT, that is net indirect tax, and along with it when we add the value of NFIA, that is net factor income from abroad, we get the value of domestic to national. So here by subtracting the value of depreciation, NIT, and adding the value of NFIA, we can very easily get the value of national income, that is NNP at factor cost. So look at the values, what are the values are here. So GDP at market price, we got the value of 550 crore, so that should be subtracted with the value of depreciation, that is equal to 15, and then we have to subtract the value of net indirect tax. So the value of net indirect tax is given in the question as 5, and at last we have to add the value of net factor income from abroad. So look at the table carefully, the net factor income from abroad is given as -5. So by adding these values together, we get the value of NNP at factor cost, that is the value of national income as 525 crores. That is the value of national income. Okay students, now look at the one more question. So in this question we need to calculate the value of gross fixed capital formation. So normally the questions are given in the examination to find out the values of national income and its aggregates, but here what we can see that we, from the aggregates of the national income, we have to calculate one of the item which is being included in the national income. So here, that is the value of gross fixed capital formation is to be, that is the value of gross fixed capital formation has to be found here. So for that, look at the items. What are the items given in the question? The items given are the private final consumption expenditure, government final consumption expenditure, net exports, net factor income from abroad, the value of GDP at market price, that is gross domestic product at market price is given, and along with this the values of opening stock and closing stock. So from this we can get the values of change in stock. So from these items we need to find out the value of gross fixed capital formation. So let's see how we can find out the value of gross fixed capital formation, that is the value of fixed investment. So from that we can very easily find out the solution to get the value of gross fixed capital formation, or it can be said as a fixed investment. So let's look at the formula what we have studied earlier, that is the value of GDP at market price is equal to the value of private final consumption expenditure C plus G, that is government final consumption expenditure, plus investment expenditure. So that can be bifurcated into fixed investment and the inventory investment. So that is change in stock plus net export. So by this formula we need to find the value of fixed investment, that is the gross fixed capital formation. So how we can get the formula? So when we take the value of gross fixed capital formation, that is fixed investment, to the LHS, so when the gross fixed capital formation so when we want to find the value of gross fixed capital formation, so from the above formula, when we take the value of gross fixed capital formation to the LHS, the other values will come to the RHS side. So at that time the equation now will become GDP at market price minus the C value, that is the private final consumption expenditure, minus the government final consumption expenditure, that is the value of G will become minus. Then along with this we have the value of change in stock, so plus change in stock will be changed as minus change in stock. So how we can get the change in stock? That is closing stock minus opening stock. So by this we can get the values of change in stock, and then the net export will be subtracted. So these changes have happened in the formula only because of changing the items from LHS to RHS and RHS to LHS. So now we will put the values here. The GDP at market price is given as 2500 crore. The rupees are given in crore. Then we will subtract the value of private final consumption expenditure, that is given as 1000, minus the value of G, the government final consumption expenditure, that is given as 500 crore, and along with this we have to subtract the value of change in stock. So how the change in stock can be calculated? By subtracting the value of closing stock. Closing stock is given as 200 minus opening stock as 300, and with that we will subtract the value of the net export. The net export is given as minus 50 crore. So by these values we get the value of the equation as 1000 minus, that is change in stock, minus 100, that is plus 50. When we multiply these two negative values we get the plus value 50. So at last we get the value of gross fixed capital formation as 1150 crore. So that is the value of fixed investment. Or it can be said to be the value of gross fixed capital formation.
Okay, students, that's all for today. I hope you can do the calculation regarding the calculation of national income through expenditure method very easily. And I want you to do some more practices on these questions from the sample papers and the previous year question papers and from your textbooks, so that you can practice well and you can practice more. So students, that's all for today. In the next episode, we will study about the calculation national income. So until then, keep learning, stay safe, stay alert. Dhanyavad.